How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 28 Chapter 7. This is Season 28 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 7. In this episode, we will be talking about how hopes and aspirations are adjusted by appropriation and acts of possession. In general, appropriation follows acts of possession, as explained in previous episodes. He or she who has access to acts of possession obtains appropriation of the impulses, manifesting as desires, which correlate to them. The outcome of consensuality ensures that preferential expectation matching pursuant to archetypal fitness ensures that those who can embody acts of possession can appropriate those impulses from others. What this means in practice is, for example, let's say you have the hope of buying a particular car. Now, let's say that this particular car is frequently purchased by individuals with six-figure salaries. You just so happen to have a family member who earns a six-figure salary. You communicate with this person sporadically non-consensually. During these communications, you never discuss the subject of the particular car that you want to buy. But during these exchanges, gateways, formed through mirroring, as well as residual archetypal links, exist. As a result, this feeling, this impulse, to buy this car, is appropriated by that other family member, and the next time you see them, they are driving this car. This is a trite example, but the broader implications follow the same lines as our discussion of the appropriation of feelings or impulses of passion in relation to some prospective partner. On the longer scale, the principles of appropriation by possession generate reactive impulses, reactive emotions, which ground both the possessor of the object and the individual from whom the impulse is appropriated. In other words, it is important that one recognize in the broader sense that any desires, with regards to the material, and any object, can and will be appropriated when one's consensuality is broken by non-consensual encounters. To truly escape the reactive feelings of frustration or envy which result in anticipation of such appropriation, can be done by either rejecting attachment entirely, or rejecting the attachment to objects which may be outside the path of the system's design. To put it another way, if one were to make a list of all the things that one wants out of life, these desires represent in their negation potential points which reactive feelings may generate continuity in one's behaviors. These negation points represent the interfaces of your non-consensuality. Others may seek to proactively undermine the acts of possession with respect to these objects so as to appropriate the feelings associated with them. This can be done easily if they possess the archetypal assignments or preferential expectation matching that make this appropriation possible. One's consensuality is the source of one's internal mind, which during a non-consensual exchange is breached. One loses the ability to circumscribe one's impulses, which are easily appropriated. Thus, non-consensual intersections and relationships are the most fecund ground for the appropriation of one's impulses, and the imposition of reactive emotionality. Essentially, one's internal mind is shaped by the appropriation of one's impulses during non-consensual exchanges and through non-consensual relationships. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.